ETV Sports presents Eagan High School Wildcat Basketball. Tonight, the Wildcats take on the Prior Lake Lakers.
And welcome once again. It's basketball time here at Eagan Wildcat High School. We have Prior Lake visiting the Eagan Wildcats.
And we're going to get ready for the starting lineup here. Looks like we got some future Wildcats coming out on the floor to help us get this game rolling. Looks like I think they might be third or fourth graders. Well, how about
fourth grade. We got fourth grade
tonight, Brian. And I'll introduce Brian Blonsky and Steve Greven here making the call in the game tonight. So we'll do our best. It's not our day jobs, but we'll figure it out.
Got young Abigail Melskop.
She's got some funky hair going. I like it.
Anna Tucksher. Number 11, Brooke Siwick. Number 1, Elise Kanjemi. Number 2, Emma Meshke. Number 22, Natalie Brown. And number 22, Riley Goetschan. Number 30, Naomi Ford. Number 3 is Landis Williamson Andrews. And number 31 is Evie Burke. The fourth grade girls Eagan Blue teams coached by Andy Meshke.
Nice. Yeah, I don't know if a lot of the high schools are doing that now, but it seems like everywhere we go, we've been seeing a lot of the future players.
And the younger they are, the more they love it, especially at the young age. It's a good, nice, cute age.
Yeah, and that's one thing about our coach, Matt Fraley. He is very involved with the kids at a young age.
All right, now that we're on to the varsity partner, why don't you go ahead and bring us in.
All right, that was number 10 for Prior Lake, Ella Schenkenberg. And we got Delaney Clayton, number 3, a 5'9" junior for Eagan. Looks like they're throwing some bags. So we got a 6-foot freshman starting tonight for Prior Lake. And her number 13, Emily Kolstad, 6-foot freshman. Number 4 for Eagan is a senior, Lauren Boyd, captain. Which she's been really fun to watch this year. Strong three-pointer, 5'8" senior.
At guard, for Prior Lake, a 5'3" junior. Number 1, McKenna Offshield.
So, Hayden, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. One more time.
Number 5,
Number 1, McKenna Hoshfield, I believe it was. 5'3" junior, and she is lives and breathes Prior Lake. McKenna Miller, number 5 for Eagan, another captain senior. We got number 3 for Prior Lake, Kate Trexel, 5'6", 9th grader. We got Taylor Greven, number 12, 5'3", sophomore. Another sophomore for Prior Lake, Hayden Finch, 5'5", sophomore.
Pretty young lineup, opening up with 2 freshmen and a sophomore.
Right, and then we have, who's coming out here? Looks like Hannah Lemkin, a 5'4" junior for Eagan.
Jumps out of the gym.
Yeah, she's fun to watch.
Should have an interesting matchup tonight. Going into the game tonight, Prior Lake comes in on the season at 4-7, led by McKenna Hochfield, who my partner will tell you about it multiple times throughout the course of the game. Eagan scuffling a bit coming into the game at 1-10. A couple of recent close losses. 2 games losing by 3 points out of their last 2 out of their last 3 games have been 3-point losses. So a little tough luck for Eagan and a rebuilding program for Prior Lake as well. Should be an interesting matchup here at Wildcat Gymnasium.
Yep, and like you said, Brian, both teams are pretty young. I guess Eagan's fortunate we do have 2 seniors, but I guess we have 3 seniors, but 2 of them play a lot. And then Prior Lake is a very young team. I think they'll have 1 senior on the team, and I don't know how much time she actually sees. Number 1, like Brian was saying, McKenna Hochfield is 25 points away from tying the Prior Lake all-time school record for points for Prior Lake. So let's hopefully she does the rest of that next week.
Colstead and Clayton jump it up, controlled by Prior Lake, over to Hochfield. Hochfield down to Tratzel. Tratzel over to Schackenfield, gets to the right elbow. Back to Tratzel. Down the low to Colstead. Block shot won't go. Rebounded by Eagan. It's Boyk the other way to Grubbin.
Looks like Coach Fraley has Eagan Taylor Grubbin denying McKenna the ball. I think the less she sees the ball, the better off we will be. There's a foul on McKenna right there. If we can get that train rolling, hopefully she can get a few right away.
First team foul, 20 seconds into the game. Certainly couldn't hurt Egan's cause tonight. Ball gets inbounded to Grubbin, working right to left. Out to Boyk, left wing. Looks to Hannah down low. Can't find her. Finds McKenna Miller down on the block. Rejected by Ella Schackenberg.
That 6-foot freshman made her presence known right there. That was pretty good. And it was pretty clean. It was a good non-call.
Miller inbounds to Clayton. Clayton dribbles right. Back out to Grubbin. Grubbin resets the offense.
So talking to Coach Fraley, the team kind of lives and breathes on called travel on McKenna. That could have went either way. But the Prior Lake team kind of lives and breathes the way McKenna Hochfield plays the game. She's been averaging 27 points a game, believe that or not. That's a lot of points.
That's a lot of points at the high school level. Hochfield goes to work, drops down on the box, over to the young freshman Colstead. First one won't go. Rebounded by Clayton. Clayton ahead to Grubbin. Grubbin looks to press the pace. Grubbin to the line, gets to the elbow, tripped up, out to Miller. Miller to Boyk, top long three. It's good. First 3 points of the game for the Wildcats. Boyk, 3-point specialist. Good ball movement by Eagan as Prior Lake comes the other way, and Hochfield gets to the elbow. Shot won't go. Colstead fights for rebound. Loose ball. Out to Hayden Pitch. Hayden Pitch scores Prior Lake's first 2 points of the game.
It looks like Prior Lake is doing a full court press. And the way it sounds, they do it all game, and it kind of lives and breathes as that goes too. If they can make that go, they score a lot of easy buckets. But if they can't make it go.
Clayton to Lampkin. Lampkin lays it up soft. Hannah Lampkin, her first 2 points of the game. Nice entry pass by Delaney Clayton.
It was.
Stratzel comes the other way, gets to the elbow. Out to the left wing, three in the air is good. 3-ball Hayden Pitch. 5 quick points for Hayden Pitch.
Here comes the press. We're going to see a lot of that tonight.
Inbound pass knocked away by Pitch. Kenna Miller looks to trigger. Lampkin breaking towards her, inbounded to Grubbin. And the side's reset. Grubbin. Trapped in the right, over to McKenna Miller, middle of the court, dribbles right. Pivots, down low to Lampkin. Lampkin high, won't go, back of the rim, no. Ball batted around.
Oh, there we go. Looks like Eagan ball there.
Eagan ball just braced by Kate Tratzel. Eagan will retain possession, McKenna Miller will inbound.
So that aggressive press, we should be able to get some backdoor cuts on them and then just kind of make it go the other way quickly.
Ball security in the forecourt and then looking to go the other way. You're right, partner. Yeah. Lauren Boyk's off on the wing down to Clayton. Clayton drops into Lampkin. Ball's knocked away, and it's Tratzel going the other way. Pulls it back out.
Yeah, Prior Lake is definitely pushing the ball awfully hard here.
Tratzel drop into Colstead.
And I'm not sure who they're calling that one on. That's going to be on Delaney or if that will be on McKenna. Yeah, they did call it on Delaney.
Delaney Clayton, it'll be her first, team first. And the young freshman Emily Colstead will go to the line for a pair of free throws. First free throw, rolls around the front of the rim and in.
Bounce that one in, okay. And number 13 there, Emily Colstead, is definitely the tallest person on the floor by far, and she is awfully young.
Several inches in the next closest Eagan defender.
Eagan handles the press quite nicely.
Miller over to Boyk on the left wing. Boyk resets, has an open three, nails it.
Wonderful shot. Way to set her feet, kind of survey the floor and set her feet and put a nice touch on the ball there.
2 quick 3-pointers. Doubling up her points in a rough night from the other day. Ball goes cross court. Over to Pitch. Pitch drives once again.
That was another foul on Delaney Clayton, which is 2 quick ones on her. It looks like Lauren Slay, number 25, as we're going to go in and give her a blow. and kind of contain that. Prior Lake is definitely attacking the rim. They're very comfortable doing it.
And first free throw by Kitch won't go, but Kitch is showing early in the game that this is not going to be a one-man band. Really showing a 1-2 punch here, and that's before Hofschild's really gotten going just yet.
Number 22, Alexander Wisco, just subbed in as well. So the first subs of the game at just under 15 minutes.
And Pitch makes a second free throw, making the score 8-8, just under 15 minutes left to play in the first half. Grebin working against the press. Cross-court pass to Boyk.
There we go, 3-on-1.
Boyk pull-up wing, 3 jumper, won't go.
That was a good shot.
Batted around, rebounded by Wisco. Wisco up to Hochfield. Hochfield baseline over to Kitch. Kitch's baseline jumper won't go.
Anyway, good rebound there by the girls. Way to box out McKenna. Looks like we're going to be moving. Looks like the Eagan girls so far anyway are pretty comfortable with that press, and they're having no problems rolling through it.
Boyk over to Grebin. Grebin surveying, looking to Slaywin. Dribbles right hand left, now spins back right. Keeping the dribble alive. Multiple cuts by the Eagan offense. Out to Slaywin on the right wing. Slaywin bounces the ball high.
High
unforced error.
Yep, and that's always an issue. Eagan, we've been a little self-destructive at times with the unforced errors.
Whether it's the girls that were here for 4th grade or the girls that were here for seniors, no matter who you are, what team you are, turnovers will kill you.
Yep, that is right. That is right. There's a
pretty attack by Hochfield.
Yeah, pretty attack. She might be trying to force it too much. I think she probably knows that she's 26 points from the record.
Can't get them all at once.
Definitely in her range.
Boyk, another 3 from the wing is good. Warren Boyk opening up 3 of 4 from 3-point range in the first 4 minutes of the game. There's a long pass knocked away by McKenna Miller for defensive purposes for Eagan.
Yep.
Prior Lake resets over to Hochfield.
Yep, and the coach really is definitely trying to play denial defense on number 1 there, McKenna.
Dropped into Kolstad. Kolstad with some good feet. Ball batted around. Rebounded Chloe Miller. She looks to go the other way in transition. Picks up the dribble into Slaywin. Slaywin dribbles right then left. Over to McKenna Miller. Gets to the block. Pivots out. Slaywin wing 3. Back of the rim, no.
Yep, they better get
and
back.
Trassel goes the other way with a 1-on-3. Presses the action. And going to get Chloe Miller for a reach-in foul. Trassel really pressing the pace.
I'm not 100% sure it was a reach-in. It was a foul, but I don't know if he called the one that was actually happening there. So it's pretty interesting. Looks like we got Jess Van Wyk rolling in for Hannah Lampkin, and number 2 for Prior Lake is Tatum Brostrom rolling in. And then that's what we're at right now.
Brostrom had a very nice JV game. She came in the second half, played the second half only, and rattled off 12
nice.
points pretty quickly. Brought a lot of pace to the game.
Yeah, another turnover for Prior Lake there.
Ahead to Van Wyk. Van Wyk dribbles out of pressure. Over to Slaywin on the right wing. Slaywin, ball above her head. Dribbles left-handed. Looking for assistance. Spins into the lane. Offensive foul. I don't see that too often, especially one that question.
Yeah, not from the top of the key down. That was a little rough. I don't know if I agree with that one so well. Cats are up by 11 to 8, 3 points ahead with 12:45 left in the first half to roll here.
As Prior Lake inbounds, McKenna Hochfield looking for her first points of the game. Dribbles above the 3-point line. Measures a left-handed 3 ball, won't go. Long rebound to Wisco. Wisco takes a 3 of her own. That misses everything. Chloe Miller rebounds. Ahead to Lauren Boyk. Lauren Boyk going to have a pull-up wing 3. She got it.
Sharpshooter.
Lauren Boyk coming out on fire. 4 of 5 early.
That is fun to watch. Sets her feet and does a nice job with it.
Strong take by Hochfield off the front of the rim, no. Loose ball out to Pitch. Pitch goes baseline. 3-ball corner for Wisco is good off of a nice offensive rebound and pass from Trapsel. Or from Pitch, rather.
Yep, that was a nice offensive rebound. That's kind of what the situation was there. You see that a lot. You see that long rebound and then kicking out for a deep 3.
As Eagan gets into the offense, a lot of pass and cut. Chloe Miller controls up top. Out to Miller. Miller drops into Slaywin. Fouled. Shot close, but won't go. Going to get a foul on Prior Lake. That will go against number 12, Maddie Garcia. That'll be her first, team second.
That might have been a little payback for that charge he called against her. It seemed like that was not much of a foul, and he kind of gave it back.
Those things don't happen, partner. Come on.
All right, this is first free throws of the game, I believe, for us.
For Eagan, yes. Slaywin's first is off the mark.
And we got Lampkin checking in for McKenna Miller for Eagan, and number 14 is rolling in for Prior Lake. Regan Dahl is checking into the game for the first time.
Dahl also had a nice game in the JV. Obviously, it was a different level, but did a lot of good things for her squad. Slaywin's second free throw rattles around and in, giving Eagan a 4-point early lead here at home.
So I'm guessing if we need to take advantage of having McKenna Hushfield off of the floor right now.
Every minute is probably helpful to the Wildcat squad. Good ball movement by Prior Lake. Gets it into Dahl.
That's a good pass, good interior passer.
Ball back to Tratzel. Tratzel dribbles with the left hand out to Brostrom. Long three won't go. Rebound fought for by Dahl and Boyd.
Yeah, that's a good. Boyd got it down at her knees. That was a very good heads-up play by her.
Going to be jump ball. Possession is going to go to Eagan.
Hey, diamond red.
Some more full court pressure by Prior Lake as expected. Ball is inbounded to Lampkin along the right-hand side. Dribbles through three people. Can't get through the fourth. And it's going to be tied up at half court.
Yeah, that's Hannah's got to dribble with her head up a little bit. She was fine, and then she just kind of had her head down and kind of ran into the last person. So.
Got through the first three, Claire.
Yeah.
No, it's always that last one that tends to bite you.
Yep, and if she gets to that fourth one, all of a sudden it's a 3-on-1 break.
And Reagan Dahl will inbound. Pressure by Eagan. Chloe Miller is going to go ahead and pick up Kate Tratzel for Prior Lake. Tratzel dribbles with the left hand. Comes off of a pick from Garcia.
They definitely push the ball hard.
Ball movement over to Wiskow once again. That's going to be a long two. Wiskow's 2 for 2 early. Full pressure. Van Wyck to Miller. Miller dribbling with the left over to Boyd. They break the pressure. Slaywin in the corner. Down low to Lampkin on the block. Lampkin lays it up and in. Good ball movement. All 5 Eagan players touched the ball in that possession.
Yeah, that was a great job by Lampkin there. She had a girl that was 6 inches taller than her, and she just kind of went hard up, and she gets fouled. She's an excellent free throw shooter.
Prior Lake, good ball movement from Brostrom over to Tratzel. Back to Dahl. Dahl got her pocket picked by Hannah Landstrom. Hannah to the line, to the lane.
Wonderful. That was really fun to watch.
Play by Hannah Lampkin. The steal, full court, got to the block, hung in the air for that extra half second the way only she can. She's going to head to the line, look for the three-point opportunity.
And that was a wonderful, Hannah's a great free throw shooter. She's got another gear that most kids do not have. Fun to watch, strong defender. That was really fun. Looks like Miller and Gribben are back in for the Wildcats.
And Hochfield checks back in for Prior Lake.
Yeah,
Lampkin free throw, as my partner called, is good. Extending the lead, Eagan 20, Prior Lake 13 here with just over 10 minutes remaining in the first half.
Yeah, and if we can just keep Hochfield under control, that's going to help a lot. There's that mystical shoot when I can out of her.
That didn't take long as Hochfield dribbled right, then left, then right again, and nailed an 18-foot baseline jumper like it was nothing. Ball into Slaywin, back to Van Wyck, over to Greben up top. Eagan looks to reset the offense after getting through the press.
Yeah, Eagan's looking very good taking that press on. They feel very comfortable. Coach really definitely has that done well.
Greben and Slaywin bump into each other. High pass to Van Wyck. It was kind of a 50-50 ball. They got the second one.
Right. I was going to mention the first one, but then he called it when she did the second time.
Schnackenberg was advancing the ball from just over the half-court line. They let the first one go. Second one, they couldn't resist.
I do understand you're supposed to throw the ball in front of you, but she would have made the full court in 2 dribbles. It's all good stuff.
Van Wyck inbounds to Greben. Greben working against Schnackenberg. Dribbles right. Now gets double-teamed by Hochfield. Over to McKenna Miller. Fumbles. Gets it across. Now it's a 4-on-2. Hannah Lampkin baseline jumper won't go. Prior Lake the other way. Tratzel 3-on-1. Out to Hochfield for 3. The left-hander's 3 is true.
Yeah, the second time through, the last two buckets of hers have definitely been no-brainers. They definitely have. They do definitely have a trap there.
Miller trapped in the backcourt and can get a foul.
Timeout first, yeah? Timeout, okay.
Looks like a little confusion. One ref called a timeout, one ref called a foul. So I don't know what's going to be
Coach
the
Fraley
final.
pleading his case. It would appear that the timeout call is going to stand.
Seems like she got hit on the way back, but they owe us one. How about that?
Well, keep it in the back pocket for later, I assume. Of which I'm sure they'll cash it out.
Oh yeah, sooner or later. So
early points leaders here as we're at the 9-minute mark with Eagan with a 2-point lead. For Eagan, it's Lauren Boyk with 12 and Hannah Lampkin with 7. So those two have the grand majority of the points, with Lauren Slaywin chipping in with the other point. And for Prior Lake, a lot of the points on the bench, those that are returning to game action, are 2 for McKenna Hochfield, although I don't think they have her 3
she
on
has
the board
5.
yet. She should have 5.
She had the last
and then
5
another
points.
2 points for Emily Kolstad.
Yeah, McKenna had the last 5 points, and they were no-brainers. She was taking them, make or miss. She's going to be shooting a lot.
Looks like Prior Lake's going to come out in some form of 1-2-2 zone, perhaps. Grabin identifies and sets the offense. Ball movement out to McKenna Miller. Dribbles left to right, then back again left. Lauren Boyk, left wing. Miller to the right, tries to go down low to Lampkin. Stolen by Kolstad, and it's Prior Lake the other way with Holstead leading the way. Nice drop off to Dahl. Dahl gets it out to Tretzel. That shot won't go. Rebounded by Slaywin.
Another
throws it
turnover.
over Boyk's head. Ball moved over to Schackenberg on the right wing. Schackenberg dribbles with the right hand, baseline, cut off, over to Tratzel. Tratzel's 18-foot baseline jumper good, and we got a tie game.
And it's a tie game. They're moving the ball off the well, getting a lot of shots as needed. So Egan's got to kind of figure out this zone here. 2 unforced turnovers has got this game tied.
Second possession down, we'll see what Coach Fraley calls out, but as you mentioned, partner, it's all about ball possession. Ball gets into Lampkin, and then you got Lampkin with a traveling violation.
Looks like we got Megan is rolling in, number 23 for Eagan. Megan Wazorek, her first check-in of the game. And she looks like she's giving Lauren Slaywin a little bit of a blow. And it looks like Delaney Clayton will probably be down the rest of this half with the 2 fouls.
Oh, nice spin move by Hochfield, looking for the foul. Shot won't go. Rebound by Tratzel. Tratzel put it back up and in to give Prior Lake their first lead of the game. Grabin working against zone pressure into Wazorek. Wazorik's fouled. That foul's going to go against Hochfield.
That's her second.
And as my partner forecasted in the first minute of the game, that first foul might come back to haunt, because now she's got to sit down with the second.
Yeah, and that hurts their offense tremendously. She's a very nice player. And if we can keep her on the bench, it only will benefit Eagan.
Looks like Coach Gidley is having that conversation with her as we speak.
Yeah, and another unforced error by Eagan. And down 22. Looks like Coach Philly is trying to put a little bit of full court pressure on them.
Not a bad time to do it with Hochfield on the bench, but Brostrom handles the pressure well. Picked back up by Lampkin. Over to Schackenberg. Schackenberg looks down into Kolstad. Ball thrown a bit over her head, which is hard to do since she's 6 foot.
Yeah, and they got tipped a couple times on the way through there, so it was a little hot coming through.
Third time down the court, Eagan has yet to get a shot off against this new 1-2-2 zone. McKenna Miller gets to the line, gets to the lane, shot up, no, gets her own rebound. Dishes out to Boyk.
It got blocked.
Wing 3 got pieced.
Oh,
McKenna
great.
Miller hustling for the rebound with the and 1. Great effort, McKenna Miller.
Yeah, McKenna Miller just wanted that one harder.
That's the type of effort you're looking for out of your senior captain, right, partner?
Oh my God, that's unbelievable. That girl had her boxed out, and she just wheeled around her and worked hard at it.
No quit whatsoever.
Fun to watch. And now McKenna is an excellent free throw shooter as well. It's gonna be for the third, the old-fashioned three-pointer. We don't see those much anymore.
The hard way. Wiskow checks back in for Schackenberg for Prior Lake as Miller lines the free throw.
Like butter. That was smooth.
And Eagan gets another lead, back 23-22 after a 8-0 run by Prior Lake.
Yep. And it's all happening with McKenna on the bench.
41, spacing.
Good ball movement over to Tratzel. To Broston. Broston goes left baseline, dribbled the ball off her foot.
Yep, there we go. So
It'll be
another
a turnover Prior Lake as Hayden Pitch checks back in for Reagan Dahl.
So they're giving up a little bit of height, bringing Hayden in, but she's a nice shooter. So I think she's going to probably be shooting a lot of those three-pointers that McKenna was going to go with.
Good hands, X. Good hands.
A little deflection off
hustle
there,
there by Wiskow. Yep, using that height and jumping ability. Certain full court pressure once again by Prior Lake. Kenna Miller looks to inbound, gets it to Boyk. Boyk to Greben. Greben pushing with numbers. Pulls it back, trapped in the corner. Boyk to Miller. Good recovery there by Prior Lake. They were down numbers, but was able to hustle back. Ball goes into the corner to Boyk. Dribbles out with the left hand, looks to reset the offense.
Yep.
Over to McKenna Miller.
Yeah, we were hoping for the
McKenna Miller's drive to the block won't go. Fighting for a rebound.
Yeah, they did call a foul. I thought maybe they'd be able to get away with the jump ball there, but looks like McKenna did maybe grab her. So still a tight game here, and coach does want full court pressure. Greben and Lampkin are going up to kind of hassle them, try to get an easy turnover.
Postum pressed by Lampkin. Lampkin right to left. Gets the ball into Pitch. Pitch moving right to the line, to the lane, to the block. Gonna lay it up and in. Gonna have an Eagan foul. Foul is going to go against Megan Wazork. That'll be her first, team sixth.
And that Tatum Bostrom, number 2, ninth grader, really handled the pressure really nice there, bringing the ball up. I was pretty impressed with that one.
Seems to have an extra speed on her, Boston does.
Yeah, she really does.
Good strong move by Pitch. Pitch is putting in a good bit of points right now, and the free throw just off the front of the rim. No. Ball gets poked out, and Pitch gets the rebound. Drops it in to Kolstad. Kolstad back out to Titch.
Yep, that's that
3-point. It's a 5-point play by Pitch. And the Prior Lake pressure forces another Eagan turnover. Miller had the ball bounce off just the backside of her hand as Delaney Clayton checks back in for Megan Wazork for Eagan.
So the Wildcats are finding themselves down 4, biggest lead of the game for either team right now, or biggest lead for Prior Lake. I think Eagan was up by 7 at one point. There's that 3-point shooter that we're just talking about.
Hayden Pitch is on fire. She's trying to match Lauren Boyk's 3-point prowess here in the first half. That makes 14 for Pitch, and she's done it with offensive layups, free throws, 3-pointers, mid-range jumpers. She showed the whole repertoire here today.
Yeah, she's doing a nice job, and looks like she has to with McKenna on the floor, on the bench right now with 2 fouls. I don't know if the coach will trust McKenna enough to bring her back in for the any more time in the first half or not. Looks like they do have a pretty deep bench. They're young, but they're deep, and they seem to all be able to handle the ball pretty well.
Story of the game at this point, partner, appears to be some typical things that we've seen all year. Eagan handling pressure. When they've handled it, they've scored. They've had a few too many turnovers that Prior Lake has punished them on. And after that, for Prior Lake, it's been offensive rebounding and points in transition with some sharp shooting.
Yep.
The question is, can Kitch keep up her hot hand, and can Lauren Boyk for Eagan keep her hot hand going as well?
Right, and what's frustrating for the coach and the Eagan fans is that a lot of those errors are unforced. I mean, it's not like they're playing tremendous defense on us. A lot of them are just errant throws.
Unforced errors is what makes coaches go gray, right, partner?
That's right.
Full court pressure by Prior Lake. McKenna Miller inbounds to Chloe Miller.
Looks like they're going to clear out for Chloe here.
And
she kind of drug her foot a little bit. I don't know if she did, but the
good defense by Pitch causes another Eagan turnover. Prior Lake will get inbounded. Wiskow slaps the ball. Gets it out to Kitch.
Looks like Coach had a little talk with how to defend number 5, Hayden, because it seems like she's there's a little travel on her too. Boyk is out on her. There's not going to get that open look at that 3 again.
When you get her though, pause and hold. You're kind of just moving with her. Get to your spot and then lock her up there.
Pair of traveling violations, and it's back to Eagan again. Inbounded to Lampkin. Lampkin along the left side. using her quickness, going to get a reach-in foul on Kate Tratzel.
Yep, and that makes 16 fouls, so one more we should be at the line. And Eagan typically is a pretty good free throw shooting team, so hopefully we can get to the line a few more times here for the end of the half.
Lampkin was ready to shoot him up, but she couldn't quite talk the refs into moving it over to 7. Again, McKenna Miller inbounds over to Lampkin. Lampkin fumbles out of bounds.
Yep, those errors are tough. They're tough.
Ready to move before she caught it, unfortunately.
Yep, looks like we've still got that full court pressure.
Chloe Miller picks up Kate Tratzel. Tratzel dribbling with the left hand. Works off of a screen. Over to pitch.
Yep,
Pitch back to Tratzel. Back to pitch. 2-man game.
Boyk,
Long jumper, no. Boyk with the rebound over to Chloe Miller. Egan's looking to press the pace. 5 minutes remaining here in the first half at Eagan. Score Prior Lake 30, Eagan 23. As Chloe Miller is trapped. Over to Lampkin. Back to Chloe Miller.
Awfully good hands by Hannah there.
Absolutely. Clayton drives left. Stops at the elbow. Back to Chloe Miller. Over to McKenna Miller. McKenna Miller fakes left, drives right. Looks off a Chloe Miller pick. Chloe Miller, top of the arc, left elbow. Dumps out to Boyk. Boyk to the elbow. Pump fake over to Clayton. Good patience by Eagan. Good defense by Prior Lake. Clayton into Lampkin. Pass is deflected.
Yeah, they could have called a foul on that one. Sure, it looked like to me.
Back out to Chloe Miller. Resetting the offense once again.
I do like the patience on Eagan's offense here. It seems like they have it under control or not getting too rattled.
Good defense by pitch on Miller. Miller drops it into Clayton. Clayton to the elbow. Pass through the hands of Lampkin. McKenna Miller spins left and right. Shot won't go from the right block. Lampkin fighting for the rebound, and he's going to pick up a foul.
Yeah, it looks like we got Jess Van Wyk and a bunch of Prior Lake folks checking in here. It's like number 54, Abby Kuzic, she's a 5'9" freshman. Number 14, Regan Dahl, 5'8" junior. And then we got one going in for the shooter too as well.
Emily Kolstad, a 6-foot freshman, is going to head to the line after corralling that rebound. Front end of a 1-on-1, no. Won't go. Rebound batted around, secured by Chloe Miller. Ahead to Delaney Clayton, tries to get it into McKenna Miller, won't go. It's Prior Lake the other way. Rostrom saves it from going out of bounds. Over to Klobuchek. Drop into Dahl. Dahl fakes left, back right, out to Klobuchek. Passes on the 3. Now moves it to Brostrom. Brostrom to the line, to the block, won't go. Shot rebounded by Chloe Miller. Good defensive series by Eagan.
It sure was, and again, relatively smooth here on the press break. I mean, they're doing a lot of pressure, and we do have it under control.
Chloe Miller up to Boyk. Boyk left wing to Van Wyk on the baseline. Back to Boyk. Over to Van Wyk, just behind the 3-point line. Looking for a Clayton pick. Gets it, but dishes back out to Miller. Delaney Clayton setting up in the post. Out to Van Wyk. Nice drop pass to McKenna Miller. Excellent 2-man game. Very difficult, high-level passing there by the Wildcats.
Great cut, good pass. It was a nice soft touch. Any harder, that would have been into the wall.
Van Wyk defending against Klobuchek. Turns her over. Ball corralled by Clayton. Over to Chloe Miller.
Nice steal by Jess Van Wyk there.
Miller out to Boyk. Boyk back to McKenna Miller. McKenna Miller working left to right. Here comes the spin. Dishes out Delaney Clayton. Left wing.
A little forced error, unforced error. So that's a few of those, trying to force it into the middle a little bit too hard there.
Reagan Dahl working against McKenna Miller. Good pressure by McKenna Miller. Ball is batted out of bounds off of Prior Lake.
Looks like number 12, Maddie Garcia, is rolling in another. Here's our senior, 5'9" senior for Prior Lake, the only senior on the squad for Prior Lake. And then looks like Taylor Gribben checked back in for Chloe Miller.
Van Wyk inbounds to Gribben. Gribben working left to right, back left again. Pressured by Tatum Brostrom. Gribben handles the pressure. Drops into Delaney Clayton. Backdoor elbow pass to McKenna Miller. Spins. Ball is blocked by Reagan Dahl. Gets it out to Kubashek, who sends it back ahead to Brostrom. Brostrom fakes the 3, goes baseline. Shot won't go. Rebounded by Van Wyk. Van Wyk to Boyk, and it's Eagan running the other way. Van Wyck to Grebin. Grebin, 3 in the air. Good.
No.
Taylor Grebin with her first 3 of the game. And it's Prior Lake back the other way with Kate Tratzel. Left wing jumper won't go.
Nice rebound.
Reagan Dahl skies in
Wow.
the air to take that rebound away from the Wildcats.
Yeah, she just landed out of bounds, I think. That was a great, she definitely was the highest person in the air there.
So high and so far, she ended up out of bounds.
Yeah, that was a nice rebound.
Nice athletic play by Reagan Dahl, but Eagan comes away with possession. A minute and a half remaining in the first half. Prior Lake 30, Eagan 28 as the ball gets passed around. Grebin to Miller. Boyk corner 3. Won't go. Rebound corralled by Kobachek, and we're going to get a foul 94 feet from the basket by Eagan.
All right, that puts them in the bonus too. So let's just see how it goes here. I guess it puts 18 fouls, so we'll be shooting number 54, Amy Kubashek, will be shooting the free throws 1-on-1.
Nice to see Coach Fraley having some words of encouragement for his junior after that foul.
Yep.
I am confident that's the last time you see that this season. First free throw by Kobachek is good, extending the lead to 3.
It's like number 22, Alexander Wisco is checking back in, 5'9", junior. So 1:12 left, down by 3. And if we can just kind of, I don't want to say hold it, but just get a good look at this one. Good rebound by Boyk there.
Kobachek's free throw no good, and you're right, partner. Boyk ripped that rebound away, gets it ahead to Grebin with a minute to play in the first half. And you're right, for Eagan, it's been as much about weathering the storm as it is trying to get too far ahead of themselves. Ball goes out to Boyk on the right wing, back to Grebin to reset. Van Wyck on the left corner to McKenna Miller. Miller cross court to Boyk. Boyk looks to drop in, changes mind, goes to Grebin. 45 seconds left to play in the first half. McKenna Miller resets, working against the 1-2-2 action of Prior Lake. Boyk drops into Clayton. Clayton backdoor to Van Wyck on the opposite block. Very patient, great ball movement by Eagan.
Yeah, that was pretty wonderful by Delaney Clayton to wait, make it happen.
Prior Lake looking to hold for one shot. They drop it into Kubasek. Kubasek back to Brostrom. Brostrom resets to Wiskow. Wiskow holding, waiting until about the 10-second. Checked by Clayton. Over to Brostrom. Over to Tratzel. Tratzel.
Coach Fraley is not happy with that foul.
He's going to get to the line for a 1-on-1, and it's going to go against Clayton. It will be her 3rd. Coach Fraley was hoping to get her into the second half with only those 2 fouls.
Yeah, exactly. And it looks like he's checking slate one in for Delaney to make sure she doesn't get the 4th one.
First free throw is good.
So there we go. Hopefully Eagan should be able to get a shot off. 5.1 left. If we can get it rolling here, get up and get a decent look at a 3. There's enough time.
Free throw bounces around, wrestled away by Van Wyck. Boyk with 2 on the clock, gives it a hoist. Nice effort, not too far off. An entertaining first half of basketball here.
Absolutely.
The corner of Diffley and Braddock. Right now you got Prior Lake 32, host Eagan 30. We've had it all here. We've had defensive battles. We've had 3-point bombing. We've had turnovers. We've had good defense. We've seen it all here tonight.
Yeah, I agree. I think Coach Fraley is going to be very happy with we broke the press, because I don't think they really created many turnovers on their press. We went through it pretty nice, but the unforced errors, trying to force in the middle and just the bobbling and stuff, I'm sure that's a conversation he'll be having at the halftime break here.
I think you're right there, but I also think it's going to be a positive halftime locker room for both squads. Both teams have played a nice game, done some really good things, some things they regret. For the underdog Wildcats, I think Coach Fraley is going to continue to be building them up in that locker room at halftime. He's got to be pleased with the effort and with some of the execution he's seen from the squad.
Absolutely, and I also believe, I think McKenna Bushfield, I think she had maybe 7 here in the first half. Nobody would be surprised if she comes up and puts up 20 in the second half.
Well said, partner, well said.
So, all right, well, it's about 9 minutes.
We will take a break. We will be back in about 7 minutes for the second half of what should be an exciting basketball game, folks. And we're back to basketball here at Eagan Wildcat Gymnasium, where we set to begin our second half. Prior Lake 32, Eagan 30. Starting lineups for the second half for Prior Lake is going to be McKenna Hochfield, Emily Kolstad, Hayden Pitch, Ella Schackenberg, and Kate Tratzel. For the Eagan Wildcats, going to have Taylor Greben, Hannah Lampkin, McKenna Miller, Delaney Clayton, and Lauren Boyk. The Eagan basketball, and the key to the second half of this game, partner, will be can Eagan defense continue to contain McKenna Hochfield, who only had 5 points in the first half, one of the best scorers in the state.
Yeah, absolutely, and it helped a lot that she was on the bench most of the first half with 2 fouls, but let's see if we can get her kind of get out of control and go another one. And looks like Prior Lake's coming out with the full court press right away. And that's kind of what they do. They kind of run, they run hard, and they're either going to make you suffer or get an easy bucket.
Backdoor cut for Lampkin, can't get the basket to go, and then compounds it with the foul. Unfortunately, going to get a quick foul on Hannah Lampkin.
And that's, what is that on Hannah?
That would be her second only.
Okay, that's not so bad.
I thought it was more than that myself. I thought it was 3.
It felt like more than that.
It certainly did. All right, Prior Lake inbounds. Hayden Pitch had a very nice first half herself. Going to bring the ball up against pressure from Lauren Boyk. Gets it over to Hochfield. Hochfield goes to work, dribbles right, step back.
Yeah, that's
gives it up. Good defense.
That's a great.
And Hochfield puts up a shot, highly contested.
And it looked like it hit the strap, so I think it's going to be Eagan ball.
Yep, ball caught the wire on the way up. That will be automatic dead ball going over to Eagan.
And that move that McKinnon just made, that side step back, was unbelievable. I mean, I don't know how appreciated or underappreciated that was. She didn't get the shot off, but it was a really nice.
Hard enough to even attempt. You're right about that, partner. Ball into Lauren Boyk on the left wing. Surveying over to McKenna Miller, back in the left wing. Drop down into Lampkin. Lampkin lays it in. A nice entry pass by McKenna Miller. Good ball movement by the Wildcats.
Hannah was not going to miss that one again.
And there's Hochfield driving hard through the entire Eagan team. Got to the left block, laid it up with her left hand strong. Prior Lake extending pressure. Eagan gets it over to Boyk. Boyk looks to reset the offense. Over to McKenna Miller, left wing. Lampkin flashes, runs into Clayton.
Oh, great move.
McKenna Miller goes hard to the right block, gets bumped, no call.
That was
absorbs the contact and lays it in. Nice take by McKenna Miller.
I can't decide if that was a good no call or not. There's a deep 3 by McKenna. Good rebound by.
Ball on the floor. Retrieved by Pitch. Pitch tries a circus shot, won't go. Delaney Clayton for Eagan rebounds, gets it to Boyk. Boyk looks to go with pace. Boyk gets it out to Greben. Greben resurveys the action, guarded by Hochfield. Greben dribbles right and then left, out to Boyk. Over to McKenna Miller on the left wing. McKenna Miller dribbles right, spins left, thinks better of it, gets it out to Delaney Clayton, right wing. Multiple cutters by Eagan. Good defense by Prior Lake. Good patience by Eagan.
Patience is key on this drive. I mean, if they do it, Prior Lake will give it. We can get a wide open layup if we can just hold on to the ball and don't give it up.
And McKenna Miller and Hofschild are really battling through picks. Eagan's running her through multiple picks every time down the court. Lampkin picks up the dribble, gets it out to Boyk on the right wing, over to McKenna Miller. Again, patience by Eagan.
I do like the patience by Eagan, and Delaney. Oh, no foul. He did get knocked out by Prior Lake. Good hands by Hayden Pates there.
Clayton did go hard to the rack there.
Good to see.
Out of bounds. McKenna Miller looks to trigger. Looking for Lampkin on the curl, can't find her. Gets it out to the baseline, Lampkin, stripped away. Lampkin somehow gets it to Clayton on the block. Shot won't go. Rebound by Hustad. Hustad gets it ahead quickly to Hofschild. Hofschild dribbles with the right hand, working off of a Kolstad pick. Gets it out to Schackenberg. Schackenberg over to Tratzel. Tratzel goes hard with the left hand. Gets the hoop and the harm. Foul's going to go against McKenna Miller.
Yeah, she went hard into the middle there, and I just got caught McKenna. Was it McKenna or was it Hannah?
Yep, going to give that one to McKenna.
Okay, gave it to McKenna. Just got her. McKenna had a good position, but just her feet was not set, so it's getting a little bit rough.
Great individual effort by Tratzel. She really took a very difficult angle, was able to make the bank and absorb the punishment.
Yeah, that was very good.
Loose ball. Boyk's able to corral it in, working with pace. Ball coming our way, partner. Good to see you still got those reflexes.
That was good. That was good. So.
McKenna Miller into Taylor Grebin. Grebin surveys, listening to instruction from Coach Fraley. Dribbles with the right, now spins back left. Over to McKenna Miller. She's double teamed, looks to fight through it. Doesn't pick up the dribble, goes around to Clayton Pick, weaves in, out to the left block. Good take, but was rejected by Schackenberg, and it's Prior Lake the other way. Ball dumped into pitch down low, back off, out to Hochschild, step back baseline jumper, back of the rim, no.
Yeah,
Prior Lake.
That's a nice step back.
Fighting for the rebound, corralled by Kolstad, gets it into pitch. Pitch's drive won't go. Loose ball, fought for by Schackenberg and Lampkin, both of them going hard, both tumbled down to the ground very hard.
You know what, if we had a quarter for every time Hannah got a tied ball, jump ball, we'd have a lot of quarters.
We'd be making Steve Grebin money there.
Yeah, right. We'd have a lot of quarters is what we'd have. So it's pretty good stuff. I like it.
Pitch looks to inbound. Gets it into Kolstad. Kolstad tries to dump it into Schackenberg, won't go. Eagan going the other way on the steal, over to Chloe Miller. Picks it up at the three-point line. Drops down, bounce past McKenna Miller on the baseline. Lampkin trying to post up. McKenna Miller pulls it back out. Fights through the pivot to Delaney Clayton. Gets ahead of steam, gets to the right block, lays it up off the back of the rim, no. Rebound pulled down by Hochschild. Hochschild coming the other way.
Yeah, that was a nice look from Delaney. She just didn't quite get it down. That was a jump ball. That's a great defense by Chloe Miller. It was a Hannah.
Good team defense. It was the both of them. They each had one side. Lampkin got her hands in for another jump ball, as my partner mentioned earlier.
That's good.
And Clayton's going to go ahead and take a seat after giving good, solid minutes there. Lauren Slaywin's going to come check back in. Ball over to Lampkin, working against the full court pressure. Boyd keeps the pivot foot down.
Yep.
Dribbles into the backcourt, gets it over to Chloe Miller.
Yeah, I'm very impressed how Eagan's handling the full court pressure. Has been not a problem. It's just the half-court defense. We've had a few silly. There's a deep three, and it is. Ooh.
Lampkin misses.
Nice
Good
hand.
hustle by McKenna Miller. Gets it out to Slaywin, who gets it to Boyk. Her three is blocked. Rebound Kolstad. Now she's going the other way. Over to Hochschild. Nice handle for the 6-foot freshman. Ball movement by Prior Lake. Over to Pitch. Pitch goes baseline, tries to get it to Hochschild. Hochschild keeps it in bounds. Over to Tratzel. Drives with the left. Out to Kolstad, and Prior Lake's going to reset the offense.
Yeah.
Schackenberg drives the middle of the lane. Good, strong, hard move with the right hand. She's going to get fouled by the Wildcats. Foul's going to go against Lauren Slaywin. That'll be her second.
Yeah, one thing I'll give the Prior Lake girls a big hand for is that every one of them goes hard to the rim. There's no kind of about it. They're going hard, head down, and they get it up and are eating up at the line a lot. And it goes to show we have 3 team fouls already in the second half, and they have 0.
First free throw by Schackenberg is good. It'll be her first point of the game. Schackenberg, 3 dribbles, measures. Back of the rim, no. Rebound, Boyk.
No, little invertent buzzer there. I don't know what's going on.
Invertent buzzer. Boyk trapped. Pass is deflected. Corralled by Chloe Miller. They're going to get it with the treble.
That would have been a nice 3-on-2 break there, too. That would have been.
I could be mistaken, partner, but I believe that is Egan's first turnover in the second half. That was a good stretch, allowing them to keep the game almost right at the same halftime score.
Absolutely, and it was, if we would have got away with that one, we had a nice 3-on-1 break there. Looks like McKenna's.
Oh, great dish by Hochschild.
Yeah.
Got into the lane. Outstanding high-level pass. Not too many people in the state can make that pass. Good finish by Kolstad.
Yeah.
Eagan comes the other way. Chloe Miller gets to the lane. Bank shot won't go.
Yeah, I do like
rebound by Tratzel, and she was looking to run.
I do like Chloe's shot there. She went on, she kept going, and nobody stopped her, so she had a nice shot. Nice little floater in the middle, just a little hot.
Dropped into Kolstad, working against Slaywin. Overpowers, just powered right through for a quick basket.
That's a big
Prior Lake goes on a 6-point run. Coach Fraley has seen enough.
Yeah, that was a big move for a freshman.
Calls a timeout at the 12-12 mark of the second half here at Eagan Wildcat Gymnasium. Prior Lake 42, Eagan 34. And what was a 3-point game got to 8 in a matter of 3 real quick possessions.
Yep, exactly right. And that turnover in the middle kind of cost us. But that was a very strong move by the 6-foot freshman for Prior Lake. She got the ball and she just kind of backed her way in.
I know my program tells me she's a freshman, but the footwork and the power that I just saw makes me think junior or senior, partner.
Yeah, I guess we'll see her for a few more years. That's the good news. We'll get to watch her grow. And like I said, there's only one senior on that Prior Lake team, so they're going to be good for a few years.
Eagan has continued to do a nice job of limiting Hofschild. That was certainly the game plan, and obviously the foul trouble in the first half. But even in the second half, she's gotten going. She's only got the 1 basket. Eagan's making, or at least trying to make, other members of the Prior Lake squad beat them, and that's all you can try and do with a player of her caliber.
Yeah, absolutely. And on the Eagan offensive side, we just got to get some better shots up. You know, it seems like we're forcing. We just need to take that open look and just drop it down. And, you know, if we don't get it, we get the rebound.
And we're back to basketball here as Jess Van Wyck checks in for Hannah Lampkin for Eagan. McKenna Miller will look to inbound into the full court pressure by Prior Lake. Gets it to Coley Miller. Miller spins, gets trapped, over to Boyk. Boyk ahead to Van Wyck. Van Wyck 2-on-1. Prior Lake catches up. Miller attacks the basket, front of the rim, shot won't go. Rebound batted around, corralled by Kolstad. Kolstad gets it over to Dahl. Dahl ahead to Pitch. Pitch over to Tratzel. Good ball movement. Over to Wiskow. Back to Dahl. Back to Wiskow. Tratzel working left to right. Prior Lake moving the ball very well.
Yeah, that number, their young guards are doing a nice job. There's that 6-footer again. Another great shot by her.
Wonderful footwork by Kolstad. That's her 2nd basket in a row. She pivots right, she spins left. Very good footwork, very soft hands. Chloe Miller trapped in the backcourt, gets it over to Boyk. Boyk to Slaywin. Slaywin down on the block to Van Wyck. Van Wyck spins.
Great left hand.
Strong left hand.
Great left
basket by Jess Van Wyck to cut the lead back to 10 for Prior Lake. Prior Lake moves ahead. Over to Wiskow. Gets it back to Tratzel. Ball movement over to Pitch. Pitch goes baseline.
Oh,
nice soft runner.
That was
Professional shot.
Great shot. Great runner.
And Chloe Miller trying to get it to Van Wyck. Ball caroms out of bounds. A turnover for Eagan. Prior Lake will come the other way with a 10-point lead.
So where we're failing right now, we are having a lot of opportunities at this 3-on-2 or 3-on-1 even. And we're throwing the ball away or we're having too many turnovers. And I think we can get that fixed. Looks like we got some Skittles or something at the other end of the board there. They got to seem to have it figured out, though.
An athletic director's job is never done. As athletic director Sandy Setter is over there advising the young lads. Baseline take by Reagan Dahl.
Nice block by McKenna. They end up calling a jump ball on that one.
Jump ball, it's a nice defensive play. McKenna Miller and Delaney Clayton help cutting off. Hand up by Boyk, loose ball. Gets it back out to Dahl. Dahl working on Miller, spins left. Left hand shot won't go. Clayton battling for a rebound. Ball batted out to Chloe Miller for Eagan.
That was a good defensive stand there. Now we just need a good shot here.
Boyk over to Van Wyck. Van Wyck hits a cutting McKenna Miller. Runs into Kolstad. Good drop by Boyk. Good strong move by McKenna Miller. She's going to head to the line for 2.
Yep, and I don't know how many fouls is that on their 6-footer.
That'd be only her first.
Wow, that's her first one. Looks like Greba and Lampkin are checking back in. And there we go with McKenna Miller again, strong free throw shooter. And she's up to the line for 2. Just a little short, just a little short.
Who's got a shooter now,
Van Wyck and Chloe Miller take a seat. And McKenna Miller's going to work on the second end of her free throws here. 10-19 mark in the second half. Prior Lake 46, Eagan 36. Miller's second free toss.
That one was like butter as well. Smooth, player on the free throw line. I like watching her.
Speaking of smooth, Hofschild's checked back into the game. Moving the ball over Prior Lake, over to Dahl.
Yeah.
Dahl looks down, back up top to Pitch. Pitch 3 ball in the air, won't go. Clayton rips a rebound. Out to Taylor Grebin. Grebin's pushing with numbers. A couple of Prior Lake players bumped into each other.
Yeah, I seen that too.
Boyd on the wing, gets to the elbow. Throws a shot up, it's deflected, hoping for a foul, won't get it. Prior Lake's pushing
There's
the
a
other
deep
way.
three. Oh,
Rattles in and out. Good effort by Reagan Dahl for Prior Lake on the loose ball, but it is going to stay Eagan possession.
yeah.
Hofschild is able to do things that some of the other players in this conference aren't even able to think about
Right.
doing. I understand that that shot didn't go, but she was just able to execute a pull-up three-pointer with 3 people in her face that almost found the bottom of the cup.
Yeah, that was a really nice shot. Just smooth, effortless shot. Looks like got a little trap going on McKenna.
Double teaming Prior Lake. Lampkin
Wow.
somehow got it over the outstretched hands of the 6-footer Emily Kolstad. Shot almost went. She's going to head to the line for 2. That'll be Kolstad's 2nd foul in as many trips down the court.
And a lot of you folks out there are wondering how Hannah Lampkin can do that. Well, she does that every week. She's 5'3", and she probably has the highest vertical in the conference. It's just unbelievable to watch her jump.
First free throw is just off the mark as Van Wyck checks back in for Warren Boyk and get a quick rest. Lampkin's 2nd free throw won't go.
Yep, rattled in and out.
Kolstad wrestles the rebound away from Van Wyck, and it's Hofschild to the line, to the lane, to the block.
Wow.
Shot won't go. Rebound Clayton. And we're going to have a technical foul on McKenna Hofschild. She was looking for a call on that drive to the basket.
I think
Apparently unhappy she did not get it.
I think she was kind of mumbling something to herself, and the ref must have thought it was directed at him, because I don't think she's that type of kid. I think she's a great kid and a hard worker, and I think it was just a little miscommunication there, or misunderstanding maybe.
I think you're right, partner. And some of the research I'd done before the game tonight, I think that might be her first technical in her career.
Right.
Grebin steps to the line, cashes the first technical foul.
So the Prior Lake coach is having a one-on-one with her, and you can tell it's in her face that she feels a little bit bad about the whole situation.
And Grebin is able to collect the 2nd free throw. Cuts the Eagan lead, or the Prior Lake lead rather, down to 7. And Eagan will take possession after the technical foul. And Coach Mike Gidley is going to call timeout.
Okay, 9:19 left. A good game here, 7-point game, and you know, with we have McKenna Hochschild sitting back down for at least for a minute or 2 to cool off a little bit, and you know, kind of talk to her coach about what happened there. I'm sure it won't happen again, but you know, we'll have a chance, and we need to make an opportunity with her on the bench. Will give us an opportunity to get a few easier buckets, and more importantly, less buckets for them.
Smart move by Coach Gidley. It's obviously not his first rodeo. He's dealing with one of his star players that is struggling a little bit offensively, at least compared to what she's accustomed to. Got that quick technical foul. Just going to take a timeout, talk things over, calm things down.
Yep, that's very good. And the rest of the week for the Eagan Wildcats, we have a game. We're traveling to Edina on Thursday night. And then I believe, are we back here, Brian, on Friday with
At
South?
Edina and back here for Lakeville South on Friday. That's right, partner.
So there's
3 games in 4 nights, a lot of basketball, my favorite time of the year.
Yeah, a lot of basketball. And you know what? Eagan's record isn't that terribly great. Actually, it's not great at all. But there's only been like 2 games that were not competitive. So we're within. A lot of the games have been like tonight. Give and take, give and take, give and take.
There are a lot of teams out there that are looking for a W. The Eagan Wildcats are one that could really use one right now. They've certainly played hard in all their games. That continues here today. They're just 1 break away.
Yep, exactly right. And, you know, we get Hannah doing that. Look at that rebound. Wow.
Lampkin hustling after her own miss. Somehow is able to get to the ball. It's going to be off Lampkin. Prior Lake going to retain possession, but major hustle play by Lampkin.
Yeah, that's a great hustle play, and she just gives it 100% every time she's on the floor.
Ball ahead to Brostrom.
And those,
Brostrom over to Dahl. Dahl working on Miller.
Yeah, it's going to be fun in Prior Lake for a while. They have
over to Kolstad.
A lot of
16-footer won't go, misses everything, and Good box out by Lampkin. Ball's going to go over to Eagan.
Pretty impressive, those freshmen for Prior Lake with the ball handling skills. They're number 2 and number 3 are both very strong ball handlers.
We'll be looking at those skills for a lot of years to come here, is right.
Yep.
Lampkin working 3-on-2. Down to Van Wyck on the block. Lays it up, won't go. Ball batted around back to Lampkin. Bank shot won't go. Gets her own rebound. Out to Grebin with a runner. Bank shot won't go again. And we're going to get Lampkin with foul chasing after her 3rd consecutive offensive rebound.
And the same possession. That was fun to watch. He works hard. So
Eagan got some good looks there.
Very good looks.
Just unable to capitalize.
Yep. And here we go with Bolstrom, the freshman, rolling up again. She's a nice ball handler. It's unbelievable.
2 Eagan players collide. Ball gets dished out to Wiskow. Corner 3 won't go. Van Wyck rips the rebound away.
Wow.
And that's a jump as opposed to a foul.
Yeah, that could have been a good time to pay us back for a few of the other ones. That was a very good offensive rebound, or defensive rebound by Jess Van Wyck. And she's coming off the floor and checking back in as Lauren Boyk. So hopefully Boyk can get started up 4 for 5, and then she hasn't shot a whole bunch since.
Hayden Pitch sits back down for Prior Lake.
There was that 3-on-2 we're hoping for right there.
Bounce pass to Lampkin on the baseline. High arching jumper won't go. Ripped away. Offensive rebound by McKenna Miller. Nice hustle.
It looks like their 6-footer, number 13, Emily Klustad, has their 2nd foul now. This is or 3rd already.
3rd now, yep.
I missed that one. So 8 minutes to go, down 7.
Lampkin jumper off the inbound won't go. Clayton fights for the rebound. Ball batted to Lampkin. Now it's Prior Lake going the other way with Tratzel. Tratzel 2-on-1, going to take it herself with the left hand, lays it up and in.
That was a great shot. Another freshman guard for Prior Lake. It's just really fun to watch.
And they got out of there fast too. Grebin working, double team, gets it to Boyk. Boyk catches, turns over to Miller. Miller advancing over to Lampkin. Nice reaction by Kolstad. 6-footer has a long reach and was able to just get her hand across that, go the other way. Yeah, now the ball's controlled by Wiskow. Over to Dahl. Back over to Broskow.
Yeah, that's that 3-on-2 that we got to be able to convert on, that we've been not converting and not even, say, turning the ball over on those 3-on-2 opportunities.
Yep, well said, partner. Deep drop to Kolstad. Kolstad, a nice position and a very nice entry pass by Tratzel. Good patience, good ball movement by Prior Lake as Eagan throws the ball away again.
Yeah, that was
4-on-1.
Oh, she double dribbled. How do they not see that? That was a little bit rough. But, you know, they good to the bad. I guess everybody's looking the other way. So that was
just like that with all this speed that Prior Lake has. What was a 6-point game a couple moments ago is now opened up to 13. Turnovers leading to runouts.
And, you know, the ball just wasn't bouncing in. I mean, we had a lot of open looks, a lot of good shots there, and none of them fell.
That's well said. That good example was, 3 possessions ago, we had 3 looks at it. The last one doesn't go. They're able to get out on the 3-on-1 run and go the other way and make the basket.
Yep. So 7 minutes left, down 13. It will just be interesting to see what Coach Fraley does call out here. I don't know if he can start going with a full court press, just kind of 94 feet and just kind of hassling the whole time. And either that works really well or the other team typically gets some easy buckets.
Yep, it could get better, could get worse very quickly, to your point there, partner.
But I do think it's that time. 7 minutes, 13 points is definitely doable, and we've done it this year already, but hopefully it goes a little smoother.
Prior Lake is going to remain with Hochschild on the bench once again, partner.
Yeah, it looks like they got a pretty young team out there right now.
Inbounds to Chloe Miller. Chloe Miller working against a double team. Over to McKenna Miller. Into Boyk in the middle. Down low to Van Wyck. Tries to go with the touch pass to Clayton. Good hustle back by Prior Lake.
Yeah, there's that 3-on-2 break that we did not get again. We got to figure that out. So,
not sure. Originally, the call was Prior Lake, but looked from this angle like it was off of a Prior Lake
yeah,
player.
but sure did. He was going down the middle. That was definitely.
Referees are discussing it, and they now reversed the call with a little help from Coach Fraley.
Yeah, that was a good call. That was a proper call.
Eagan ball. McKenna Miller to inbound. Over to Delaney Clayton. And pass is wayward, picked off by Kolstad, who now gets the ball over to Wiskow. Wiskow over to Tratzel. Tratzel dribbles left, back again right. Finds Rostrom, passes on the long 3. Ball movement by Prior Lake.
And looks like Prior Lake is starting to burn the clock a little bit too in this type of offense.
Yep, everybody's touching it. You got Wiskow going to the lane, won't go. Rebounded by Van Wyck, out to Chloe Miller. Eagan trying to run, gets it ahead to McKenna Miller. Gets to the block, dishes back out to Boyk. 3 in the air, good.
Another great shot by Boyk.
Lauren Boyk in one of her favorite spots in all the states. Corner threes in the Eagan gym.
Yeah.
Prior Lake coming the other way. Tratzel gets it down to
That's
Garcia.
Off of, yep, that was off of Prior Lake. That's Eagan ball.
A rare turnover for Prior Lake.
Looks like Prior Lake is calling a full timeout here, trying to settle the team down. He felt the tides are turning a little bit. The momentum is going towards Eagan right now, and he's taking that 10-point lead and going to talk to his team about it.
Coach Gidley able to see some writing on the wall, so talk it over.
So,
I'll be curious, partner, to see if Hochschild enters back into the game here, or if she's done for the night.
I'm sure she'll come back in. She's a gamer. I know she got that technical and has been on the floor since, but I think, well, you never know. He might be letting her do a little learning lesson or learning time for that too. But
selfishly, I certainly hope so. She's one of the best scorers in the state. I'd like to see some more.
Fun to watch.
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
And I don't know what will come down to it, but Eagan's down to 1 timeout, and Prior Lake's got 3 yet. So hopefully we can catch the lead here. And 10 points in 6 minutes is nothing to be too scared about. But we just got to keep working hard. And looks like the Fraley's got the Eagan Wildcats pretty fired up over there, and they're looking at each other, they're high-fiving, they're definitely engaged, and they don't think they're beat for sure, and that's half the battle.
And I think if you're Coach Gidley, to your point, I'm going to expect to see the Prior Lake run a little bit of clock, work the ball around, and then I would not be surprised if we ended up finishing with the ball that gets entered into the lower post once they get back on offense.
Yep. And what's good, they got an awfully fast young team out there now for Prior Lake to run this press. And we've seen it, Brian. The big part about these young teams is it's hard. Sometimes it's hard to play with the lead. It's hard to keep that lead as a young team. And that's what definitely could happen. I mean, there's a lot of turnovers happen, a lot of mental mistakes when you're a young team just not used to the pressure.
Well said, partner. Ball gets out to McKenna Miller, over to Boyk, top of the three-point line. They are really crowding Boyk at the three-point line, knowing she's a danger. Makes a cut, gets the ball on the block, and McKenna Hochschild looks to check back in here at the scorer's table as McKenna Miller gets to the line.
Wonderful, wonderful. That's
going to be fouled. Foul's going to go against Kate Tratzel. That'll be her second.
And here comes Hochschild and pinch, and it looks like the starting lineup's coming back in for Prior Lake. Number 2 there, Tatum Bostrom, really did a nice job as a freshman.
Got very nice minutes out of Roscoe.
Yeah, and Roscoe, another freshman, very impressive freshman.
Miller triggers to Miller. 3 ball in the air, it's good. Chloe Miller, big shot from the left wing for 3. Ball pushed ahead. Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's got to drive.
Pitch got loose.
Yeah,
you're right. Coach Fraley can't like that. You get a 3 to cut it to 7, and then someone gets loose on you deep.
Yeah.
Ball over to McKenna Miller. Corner 3 of her own. That's good.
How about it?
Trading baskets. Eagan still has plenty of fight left in him.
Yep. And that's what we need.
Ball inbounded.
Oh, she traveled. She traveled. That's what they called.
Travel before the foul.
Yep.
McKenna Hochschild re-enters the game.
Yeah, McKenna Miller was kind of right where she had to be. She couldn't get the ball down at the time.
Very good defense. Very good defense. It was going to last one more step. Was able to hold on, right?
Oh, there we go. There's another timeout for 30-second timeout for Prior Lake. And the lead's been cut from 13-6 here in the last, what was it, 7 minutes, Brian, when we did that?
A little more than 2 minutes. The 3 ball has turned Egan's favors, and Coach Gidley sees it. He's going to have to take another 30-second timeout. That'll be his second in the last 2.5 minutes. Just wants to try and settle his squad down. Egan's done 2 things in the last 2.5 minutes. They haven't turned the ball over, and they've made 3-pointers. And when that happens, you can get on runs like this, right, partner?
Absolutely. And the one bucket they did get was a mental mistake on our part. We didn't get back. Hayden kind of got behind the defense, and Hochschild, as good as she is, definitely was not going to let that be unpunished.
All the scoring that she does well, she also throws a deep pass.
Yeah, she's a strong kid. You can tell that just the way she moves.
Chloe Miller working two-man game with Jess Van Wyck. Very nice bounce pass. Great play by Coach Fraley, set up in the timeout.
Yeah, great play by Jess Van Wyck.
Prior Lake lead to 4. Well done, well executed.
Yeah, Jess Van Wyck made a spectacular left-handed cut, her left-handed finish after that great cut. And she just made a wonderful defensive play there, too. That was awful out on Jess, and it was a strong defensive heads-up play for that interior bounce pass.
Yeah, Dahl drove the lane, had the corner looking for the bounce pass drop off to Kolstad. Good recovery by Eagan. Good team defense there as well. Dahl looks to inbound. Shot won't go. Chloe Miller corrals the rebound going the other way. It's a 1-on-2. She pulls it back out. Boyk on the wing, no. Over to Miller. Miller driving, right elbow, pull-up jumper off the back of the rim, no.
Got
Gets her own rebound, goes up strong with the left hand.
Oh, yes!
Shot will count. McKenna Miller.
Strong player. Went up with her left hand, which is hard to do when you're getting surrounded by everyone. And it fell in, and here we go. So that's the old-fashioned three-point play in front of us. It should be getting the girls pretty fired up the way they've been coming back here.
Great job by Coach Fraley coming out of that timeout. First he executes a good design play. Next time down, his squad is able to go into fast break, pull it back out, and then put in a nice attempt by McKenna Miller, and she cashes the free throw, cutting the lead to 1. What was 13 is now down to 1. Oh, Prior Lake comes the other way. McKenna Hushfield, look what I found. The ball just lands right into her hands. Chloe Miller bobbles. Gets it up to McKenna Miller. McKenna Miller to the block. Going to be off Emily Kolstad.
That was a non-call as well. So, all right, to bring the freshman Kate Troschel back in to do a little more ball handling, and number 14, Reagan Dahl, comes back off.
Eagan does retain possession. Currently down 3. Miller inbounds to Boyk. Boyk looking for Clayton, cut off by Kolstad. Boyk moves back almost all the way back to the half-court line. Gets it over to Van Wyck with defense extended. Drops it into Chloe Miller.
There we go. That had to be a foul. That had to be a foul. All right. That wasn't on. That was a number 22.
Yeah, that's
Wisco.
It's Wisco. That'll be Wisco's first, team 7th. So Chloe Miller's going to head to the line for some all-important one-on-one free throws.
Chloe Miller at the line. 1-1.
So 3:37 left, down 3. Chloe Miller at the line, shooting 1-on-1.
First one back of the rim, no. Ball babbled around, corralled by Clayton, then can't grab it.
Yep.
Kolstad comes away with it and gets it off to Hochschild. Hochschild working against Chloe Miller.
Yeah, Chloe needs to stay on there.
Hand off to pitch, back to Hochschild. Working, elbow. Long 3 by pitch, front of the rim, no. Rebound, Kolstad. Just too strong, just too strong. She had Clayton pinned. Clayton was able to block the first attempt, but Kolstad got her own rebound back, put it back up and in, and the foul's going to go against Delaney Clayton.
Yeah, that height is hard to come beat. I mean, Clayton did everything she could. I mean, she was definitely, Kolstad definitely had the inside position, and she used it well.
Free throw won't go. Good board by Van Wyck.
Yeah, wonderful rebound.
Gets it over to Chloe Miller. Dribbling with Hochschild on her. Spins right, then left. Over to McKenna Miller.
That Hochschild is a quick player, my God.
Well, McKenna Miller decided with the three-point line she was getting to the basket and did so. Well done. Good take by McKenna Miller. Loose ball in the air over to Wisco. Wisco gets it to Tratzel. Tratzel back to Hochschild for 3. Won't go.
Oh, great rebound by Clayton. Chloe's got the ball, bringing it back out.
Clayton gets it to Miller. Miller advancing over the half-court line. Her squad down 3 points, and Hochschild is going to force a turnover.
Yep, she did. That was a good defense. Got Chloe hopping just a little bit there. So 2:37 left. Eagan down by 3. And if we get to the line here, we are definitely some good free. There's a
take by Hochschild. Gets into the lane, surrounded by Eagan. Whole team had her surrounded. Coach Gidley saw it. Called a quick 30-second
That
timeout.
was awfully close to being a travel as well. They kind of got
Blink of an eye, partner.
Yeah.
Blink of an eye.
They got Chloe on the little hop, and I think Hofstad just about had the same little hop there at the end.
2 minutes, 30 seconds left in an absolute barn burner here at Eagan Gymnasium. Score Prior Lake 58, Eagan 55 in what's been an entertaining game throughout. There's been runs, there's been lead changes. We've seen offense, we've seen defense. We've had it all tonight, partner.
We sure have, and McKenna Miller has been playing spectacular. The senior leaders are definitely leading the way tonight. Boyk's got 15, and I believe McKenna's got 16. So there's definitely the leadership of the seniors are coming through tonight.
Exactly the type of thing you like to see at the midway here in the season. Senior leadership, very important, well said.
Yeah, and actually, that's right, Brian. Friday marks the halfway point for the season already, believe it or not.
Time flies. Hochschild working against Miller, resets the offense. Back out to Tratzel. Tratzel to Kitch.
Yeah,
Kitch working.
McKenna is definitely comfortable with the ball. Holy cow. She wants the ball in her hands the whole time.
Wiskow passed on the 3, looking for a specific shot. Great reach in by Boyk.
Come on.
Nice defensive play.
I'm glad Coach held that timeout. I didn't realize we only had one left, so I'm sure he was thinking it, but
2 minutes is an eternity, right, partner?
It can be.
Hochschild over to Kitch. Or Pitch, rather. Pitch working against Van Wyck. First right, then left. Back to Hochschild. Hops.
Yep.
Team defense by Eagan stops.
Yep, that's just one more stop here.
Tratzel working against Boyk. Goes right, then left. Over to Kitch.
Yep.
Van Wyck is going to go ahead and make the foul. Take the Wildcats to 16 fouls. We got a minute 38 left. Prior Lake had done a very effective job at running a good 60 seconds off the clock during that possession.
Yeah, that was a good foul. That was a very good foul by Jess.
Pitch triggers. Into Kolstad. Kolstad back out to Hochschild. Hochschild's not the one you want to foul, but you might have to.
Yep, and that was a good foul. That was a good foul.
Boyk's going to go ahead and reach in. Hochschild ahead to the line for 1-on-1. That'll be Boyk's first. That'll be team 7th.
Yeah,
both teams at 17 fouls.
And we're kind of saying McKenna's not having a great night, but she still has 9 points, and that's line to be in double digits again.
Steps to the line, calmly knocks down the first, extends the Prior Lake lead to 4.
That one's a little hotter.
Second one off the back neck of the rim.
Jump ball.
And somehow Kate Tratzel is able to fight her way in for that offensive rebound. Dual possession. Possession arrow is going to favor Eagan. Eagan down 4 with a minute and a half left to play. Miller inbounds to Miller. Miller working in the forecourt. McKenna Miller over to Boyk. Boyk attacks middle. Clayton back to Boyk. Over to Miller. Miller to Clayton. Clayton working left to right. Over to Van Wyck. Van Wyck cut off. Over to Chloe Miller. Fakes the shot. Back to Van Wyck. Van Wyck goes baseline. Runner good. Good take by Van Wyck. Good patience by Eagan.
We need to get a quick foul here, I think. I don't know if we want to wait much longer. Oh, there we go. There's that turnover.
Hearing violation by Tratzel. She was being surrounded by 2 and 3 Eagan players. They were about a second away from attempting the foul. Were able to hold on. So
that's where that freshman inexperience comes in. I mean, a year from now or 2 years from now, that turnover doesn't happen.
Under 50 seconds remaining. Eagan down 2 with the ball. McKenna Miller gets to the left elbow, to the right block, to the line, to the lane. He is fouled on the drive. The shot just hops out. Foul's going to go against Wiskow.
Yep, and you know what?
Her second, team 8th, as McKenna Miller heads to the line for a 1-on-1.
Yep, I tell you what, and we get into 60 points per team. That's a pretty strong game, boys, girls, whoever you're playing. That's a lot of points for each team. Woohoo, like butter.
Get this board! Get this board!
Ice running through the veins.
Yep, that's rock solid.
McKenna Miller lines up her second. Looking to tie the game.
Like butter again. There we go.
Rotation splash, well done by Miller.
So it'll be
and
interesting.
now it's Hochschild with just over 30 seconds left surveying the floor.
It'll be interesting what Coach Frilly has on the call here. If he's gonna, oh, there's another turnover for
Pitch
Eagan.
gets to the line. Ball is poked away. Eagan maintains possession. Miller over to Clayton. Clayton 3-on-2 doesn't push it. Oh, and Van Wyck got carried away with the steps.
That's okay. Everybody's a little jacked up right now. So 21 seconds left, 59-59. So
21 seconds left. Coach Gidley's going to use his last timeout. Coach Fraley does have one left in his pocket. Going to be a tie game. Prior Lake Bowl.
Yep. And you know what? It couldn't have turned out too much better. 2 turnovers by Prior Lake for the Eagan Wildcats here, and they just couldn't capitalize on it. But I can just about guarantee you what's going to happen here. It's either
what do you think, partner? Any guesses who might take the last shot here tonight?
I'm going with Hochfield's going to do a pump fake from the three-point line, drive hard, and end up at the free throw line. My guess, or dish it to their 6-foot freshman. I think
you're absolutely right. Either way you put the ball in her hands, let her decide, read, react. She's done a very good job, even though it hasn't been one of her normal scoring nights. She's had several assists as she's gotten deep into the lane, drop-offs to multiple blocks for multiple baskets for multiple teammates.
And I can tell you, Coach Fraley right now is saying they're playing deny defense against her. There's going to have to be some pretty strong picks for her to get open. And I can tell you we're going to probably blow through some people to try to block that, to stop her from touching the ball.
Can't wait to see it. We got a barn burner here. So for Eagan, it's going to be Clayton, Miller, Van Wyck, Boyk, and Miller. For Prior Lake, it's going to be Hochschild, Tratzel, Pitch, Wiskow, and Kolstad.
Deeper!
So I'm not 100% sure. No, they're going to let her get it in. That surprised me a little bit.
Hochschild being checked by Miller.
Yeah, I can tell you this. McKenna has done this 1,000 times with 10 seconds left on the clock. Like, I've done this. I know 10 seconds.
10 seconds left. Hochschild working against Miller through the legs to the right.
It's going to be a deep three.
Triple teamed. Dumps it off to Tratzel. Back to Hochschild, the runner.
All right, there
won't
we go.
Going to have free basketball here at Eagan High School.
So the way I understand it, the way I'm thinking is that typically, is it a 5-minute overtime? It's been a while.
It has been a while, I believe.
I think Varsity's 5 and JV is 3 minutes. I'm not 100% sure on that, but they're definitely talking strong over there.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe it is 5 minutes. Each team gets one timeout. Outstanding defense there by Eagan on that last play. Everybody in the gym had a pretty good idea who it was going to go to. She was still able to get to the get into the teeth of the defense, and with about 4 seconds to play, 2 other Eagan defenders helped show on her, making it a full triple team.
Yep.
Was able to dump the ball out
and
really force a difficult shot at the buzzer. Well done by Eagan.
Yeah, and I do believe that even Prior Lake teammates of McKenna were expecting her to go up, because she did dish it out, and she wasn't ready to catch and shoot. So I think if she'd been ready to catch and shoot, she had a pretty good look, but it was kind of surprised to get it.
Certainly the right play off of the triple team. She's a good team player. She's demonstrated that throughout her career.
Yeah.
Looks like 4 minutes is the overtime
there
session, folks. Forgive us. We haven't done overtime in some time.
Right. Well, I tell you what, Brian, either way, this has been a great game, fun game to be at. So as long as we came this far, another 4 minutes, we might as well win it.
Might as well. On the floor for Prior Lake, we have Kolstad, Holstad, Wiskoff, Pitch, and Tratzel. For Eagan, it's Clayton, Miller, Boyk, and Van Wyck. Clayton and Kolstad to jump it up. Ball controlled by Prior Lake.
All right, so they do have a definitely set play for McKenna to come down, and here's that loop, and then she goes hard into the hole. Oh, that's McKenna. Oh, Delaney.
Going to get Clayton with her 5th.
Is that her? Is that 5 on Delaney?
Yeah, that will be 5. Just couldn't quite move around just off that elbow quick enough.
So Lawrence Leon will check in for Delaney. Delaney Clayton had a great game, fun to watch. Very the last 2 or 3 games, Ryan, Delaney's really playing well. Fun to watch, strong defense, good offense.
Got very good minutes for Clayton.
Yeah,
good,
absolutely.
Well set, partner. First free throw up and in, rattles around and in. First points of overtime. It's going to go to Prior Lake for Hofschild. Second one.
Great rebound.
Rings around out. Van Wyck corrals the rebound, gets it out to McKenna Miller. Miller dribbling with the right hand along the right sideline. Goes cross court to Boyk. Passes on the corner three. Out to Slaywin. Slaywin to Miller. Miller gets to the line, fouled.
Oh, wonderful. McKenna's taken the ball hard into the hole over the last 3 or 4 games.
I think all four, that'll be Kolstad's fourth, and I believe all 4 fouls were on Miller off of McKenna Miller drives.
Absolutely.
Very active second half for McKenna Miller.
Yeah, she's that first quick step of hers is really fun to watch. And I don't know her exact stats on the year for free throw line, but she's definitely solid.
First one off the front, then the back of the rim out. She will get a second.
There we go.
Second one in, ties the score.
Beautiful.
60 all.
And we got Miller on McKenna. Boy, she's
quick feet, such quick feet.
She goes hard and fast.
Such quick feet.
Yeah.
Good pressure by McKenna Miller.
Yeah,
Boyk working on Traxel.
Air ball coming from.
3 by Hofschild off the wing, gets nothing. Ball somehow gets back to Prior Lake.
Yeah, that was.
And pitch resets.
Yeah, that was a little frustrating.
Hofschild gets into the lane. Gonna get a reach on.
Was that on?
Give that to Miller.
No, it was on. Okay, how many is that on?
And Chloe Miller, that'll be her second.
Okay, we're doing good there. That's okay.
Both teams still in the bonus. As Ella Schackenberg gets set to check in. Free throw won't go. Rebound McKenna Miller.
Good rebound.
Eagan looks to go the other way. McKenna Miller picks up the dribble, gets to Chloe Miller. Working through a double team. Trying to pivots. Over to Boyk.
Great hands. Oh, and they
get
give it a push.
Reach in on Traxel.
That'll put them in the double bonus. So that's going to be 2 for Boyk at the line. I believe it's Lauren's first time at the line tonight.
I think you're right there, partner. Yeah. One of the most impressive parts about that was Chloe Miller being able to maintain strength with the ball.
Yeah,
wasn't easy. She was getting double teamed, had to pivot multiple times, was still able to find her teammate Boyk. As Boyk cashes in on the first free throw.
Yeah, Boyk's just a strong shooter all around. And we had McKenna Hochfield kind of hiding in the back here, and coach picked up on that and sent Chloe back with her.
She's hard to lose track of.
That's all right. That's one.
Boyk's second is good.
Beautiful. So looks like we got Lampkin checking in.
Traxel bringing the ball up the court. It looks like they're going to try and have Hofschild work a little bit more off the ball.
Yep.
Wisco on the wing, and there she is over to Hofschild.
Yep.
Over to Traxel. Traxel goes baseline, dumps it opposite block. Nice attempt by Schackenberg. Shot won't go. Chloe Miller the other way.
Oh,
dribbles through the double team, now the triple team, but couldn't quite keep that last back foot down.
Yep, she gets that little hop. She gets going for fast, tries to stop, and just drags that back foot a little bit. Some good dribbling, though. Oh, my gosh.
Ball gets inbounded to Pitch. Pitch surveys. Checked by Van Wyck. Pitch right to left. Gets to the elbow. Dumps it out to Schackenberg. Schackenberg.
Yeah, Chloe's doing a nice job. Hold on.
Traxel running weaves.
I'm not sure who they called that one on.
Looks like they're going to get, I believe it's going to be, they're going to get Jess Van Wyck trying to fight through the screen as they were weaving.
Okay, I didn't see that one, but I believe it's, both teams are in the double bonus now, so.
Kate Traxel's going to head to the line, double bonus situation, see if she can't tie the game for her squad.
Going to be a little free throw contest here.
First one, no hesitation, no dribble. Give me the ball, I want to make a basket.
Yeah, it doesn't give her a chance to get herself nervous, that's for sure. I'll take that, and I'm going to shoot it.
One dribble this time.
Yep.
Does not change the outcome. Tie ball game. 2 minutes left to play.
Yeah, pretty good dribble in there. Or pretty good free throw. Just very confident with her skills.
Good ball movement by Eagan. Opposite block to Slaywin. Nice pass by Van Wyck. She gets fouled. Couldn't quite convert.
Yep.
Nice pass by Van Wyck.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Van Wyck's had a heck of a game tonight.
Oh, my gosh.
Not just with points. She's giving them rebounds, good passing, and good defense.
Yeah, she's a smart player. Her basketball IQ is definitely high.
Slaywin to the line. First one.
Oh, nice job.
Gently lofts it in.
Smooth. So we do still, we're still shadowing McKenna back here a little bit.
Second one won't go. Rebound by Wiskow. Hoffschild surveys, still guarded by Chloe Miller. Chloe Miller's done an excellent job defensively.
Yeah.
Gives it up to Pitch. Pitch over to Tratzel. Back to Hoffschild. Weaving well. Good defense by Boyd. Ball somehow finds Tratzel in the corner. Tratzel tries to go baseline. It's taken away by Boyd. And Van Wyck.
Unbelievable. Oh, hold on to it. Coach Fraley.
Things getting a little bit loose for Eagan. Coach Fraley sees it, prevents any disasters, calls a timeout with 1:25 left in the first overtime session. Eagan 63, Prior Lake 62, in what's been the most entertaining game of the year thus far.
Oh my God! And that last play by Van Wyck was phenomenal. She read that one coming the whole way. So that was a great defensive stop there. If that pass would have got through, that'd have been an easy bunny for. I'm not even sure who it was supposed to go to, but it was a great
Certainly would have gone down. Absolutely right. Let's go over the points real quick if we can. For Prior Lake, we got Hoffschild with 11, Tratzel with 12, Pitch with 18, Schackenberg with 1, and Wiskow with 5. For Eagan, we have Chloe Miller with 3, Boyk with 17, McKenna Miller with 19, Lauren Slaywin with 2, and Jess Van Wyck with 8.
Phenomenal.
Team fouls, both Eagan at 10 apiece, both teams in the double bonus. Both teams, both coaches have talked it over. We're ready for some more basketball.
Yeah, that's right. And I guess there's the only real foul trouble we're looking at is Jess Van Wyck has 4, but with a minute 25, I am sure coach is not taking her out of the floor until she is forced off the floor.
Every bit, right, partner?
Yeah, that's right. You can't take it home with you, so you might as well use them up. So it looks like they traded a little offense for defense here right now in this possession with Finch coming off.
McKenna Miller to Chloe. Opposite block, bounce pass, can't quite corral it. It's going to be turnover Eagan, to be Prior Lake ball.
Yep. So yeah, they're doing a little offense for defense, and there it comes again. So.
Ball out to Kolstad. Kolstad working on Slaywin. Picks up her dribble. Over to Tratzel.
Yeah.
Tratzel dribbling left to right. Fighting through screens. Over to Wiskow. Wiskow back to Hoffschild. Hoffschild working against Chloe Miller. Sliding the feet. Hoffschild gives it back up to Schackenberg. Schackenberg spins. Throws one up. Won't go. Rebound. Jess Van Wyck over to Chloe Miller. Oh, and they get her jumped up.
That was
a little too quick to get it into the guard's hands instead of the foul that they were hoping for. It's going to be a jump ball.
Great heads-up play.
Eagan will retain possession. Great defensive series by Eagan. All five members of the defense.
Hoffschild had a great play there. Great play.
Chloe Miller over to McKenna Miller, over to Boyk. On the block to Van Wyck, pulls it back out, tries to pull it back out, turns it over.
So
36 seconds left. No timeouts remaining. Pitch with the ball at half court.
Yep.
Gets it over to Hoffschild. Hoffschild dribbles right, spins left, gets into the lane with a hop. Shot won't go. Rebound battle.
Jump ball. Oh.
Somehow they're going to call the player on the floor with the foul.
That was a very touch foul there. The last one was a jump ball. This one was a foul. They got to be a little more consistent than that.
Either a jump ball or it's a no call these days.
Yep.
In either event, Hayden Pitch is going to go to the line for 2 shots. First one she knocks down.
Yep. And she's a nice shooter.
The score. 20.2 seconds left to play. Tie ball game. Next free throw rattles around and in. McKenna Miller inbounds. Chloe Miller. Gets the ball above half court.
Yeah, we got to go hard to
Pulls
the
it
rim.
back
here.
out.
We need to go hard to the rim.
Picks up the dribble over to McKenna Miller. 10 seconds to play. Double stack. McKenna Miller gets to the block. Shot goes up.
There's a foul.
Won't go, but there's a foul. Foul is going to go against Prior Lake.
That was
going to go against Kolstad.
That might be her 5th, but that was what the doctor ordered right there. McKenna going in hard. It's a 2-shot foul. She needs to go 1 of 2 here to tie the game for sure and potentially win.
And once again, as discussed earlier, Emily Kolstad has fouled out. All 5 of her fouls have come against McKenna Miller, driving on her in the second half and overtime of this ball game. As McKenna Miller heads to the line to shoot 2 free throws with the team down 1, 5.5 seconds left to play.
And McKenna's been real strong today, so all I got to do is knock this down. Just like that.
First
like
one
butter.
is true.
And there we go. And it looks like Prior Lake is going to be calling timeout. Tie game, 5.7 seconds left with McKenna Miller with 1 left at the line. And I'm sure.
I didn't think that they had a timeout. I thought it was 1 timeout apiece in overtime.
I think you get 2. You get a full.
2?
I think you get a full and a half.
Ah, okay, 1 of each.
Yep, 1 of each.
Okay.
Yep.
Apologize, folks at home. I had it incorrect.
Yeah.
Little extra ice icing going on here by Coach Gidley, putting in what he wants, depending on what happens here. But 5.5 seconds is an eternity in girls basketball, depending on even if Miller is able to cash the free throw.
Yeah, I can guarantee you that it's going to be a small lineup in there. It's definitely going to be the freshman guards, Hofschild and Pinch. They're all the shooters will be in on this possession here, coming back down the floor. And they got some good shooters. I mean, the game's definitely not over. Even if McKenna knocks this one down, there's definitely a good opportunity. And, you know, hopefully they can, the young freshmen will, then experience might come through. Oh, just lost our scoreboard on the one side, but the big board's still up there. So, pop back
things
on.
Get a little exciting over here.
That might be me doing that over here, rolling my chair around here.
Your powers have no bounds, partner.
Oh, good
stuff. All right, McKenna Miller steps to the line.
So Hofschild was just kind of sneaking over there. Chloe Miller kind of found her, and we're making sure that I'm going to predict Chloe's going to pick this inbound pass off.
Game potentially in the balance. Second free throw attempt is up.
Like butter. There's that pass.
There's
that pass.
Errant pass. Gets across half court. 2 seconds to play. Gets to the block. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
She's able to get the length of the floor in under 5 seconds.
Yep.
One of the best players in the state, shows you exactly why. She got around 3 members of the Eagan defense, got to the block, up and under, just released the ball as time expired to win the game for her team. And the Eagan players and fans are heartbroken.
Yeah, that was a spectacular play by a spectacular player. That was fun. She was going as fast as she could the whole way through there, and the pass was just about picked off by Chloe on the inbound, and she gathered it and did not look any other way but at the rim.
Unbelievable finish to a great game, partner.
Yep, good times, good times.
Well, here at Eagan Wildcat Gymnasium, I'm Brian Polanski here with my partner Steve Grebin signing off. Prior Lake 66, Eagan 65 in a great South Suburban Conference overtime battle. Yep, exactly. So we'll be at Edina at 7, and we'll be back here at the Wildcat Stadium or Wildcat Gym on Friday night at 7 o'clock to play Lakeville South Cougars. We'll see you then, folks. Thanks for tuning in.